Superjack by Adam Barron. Narrated by Gordon Griffin. We only sing when we're fishing.
Part 1. Chapter 1. It was early in the morning of Karen Mill's wedding day. She'd spent the night at home in her flat, with her mother and elder sister, and had slept very well, which she took to be a good sign. The night before her first wedding, she'd been so nervous she'd stayed awake all night, and when she looked back on it, it all made sense. Something inside of her was trying to warn her, but not this time. She had a beautiful sleep, and even dreamed of her future husband. He'd been picking flowers for her, and piling them into her arms. Her arms were full, but he wouldn't stop, just laughing and running off into the woods for more. At just after 8, Karen Mills had woken up, smiling. Karen's mum was up and making coffee. Karen got out of bed and had a long, leisurely bath. She saw Simon sitting at the other end of it, her shower cap on his bald head, mucking about. She went through the day in her head, making sure nothing was awry, trying to remember the short speech that Simon had insisted she make. Everything seemed in order. In fact, it was perfect. The sort of day that would completely blot out 6 miserable, wasted years. Only one thing niggled at her, and it was so tiny that a call from her mother, asking her if she wanted any toast, was able to knock it right out of her mind. It was only when she was dressed that it came to her again. Her sister was teasing her hair, and her father, who had arrived at 10, was chiding them both about being late. Her mother told him not to fret. Karen suddenly thought of her neighbour, Alison. She tried to brush the thought away again, by trying on her veil for the 8th time. But it was no use. Just a small niggle, but she wanted today to be perfect. Not like last time, that bastard ignoring her only 20 minutes after the service. That look he gave Karen's young cousin. The crumpled, terrified feeling Karen had had. She told her sister that her hair was fine, handed her veil to her mother, and told her father she wouldn't be long. Alison lived across the hall, the other side of the lifts. She'd only been there a few months. But if she'd moved in earlier, Karen was sure she would have invited her. They got on so well. She felt as if Alison was one of her oldest friends. Not that they had anything in common, mind. Alison was beautiful and glamorous, if a bit common, as some...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?